Hi everyone, my name is Promise Adebayo and we are on Promise World TV, otherwise known as PWT. And this is reality show. And today I have someone with me, as usual. Someone different, he's a leader and is passionate about a lot of things. He has passion for different things. But I will let him introduce himself to you briefly. So over to you, sir. Can you introduce yourself briefly to our listeners and viewers?
Very much. My name is Yekini Elijah, a graduate of chemical engineering. I'm also a financial analyst and trader, financial market analyst and trader. And also, I have passion for music. I play the keyboard. Like she said, I have passion for a lot of things. Passion for God, passion for souls and all. And I'm actually good in some other aspects. Some a good number of things I do. And that's all about me.
That's quite impressive, I must say. Okay, today I'll be asking you a few questions, and our discussion will be based on waiting generally, waiting on God. So, sir, my first question today is: how do you wait? Like, how do you wait generally? How do you wait on God?
Okay, how do we wait generally, and how do we wait on God?
Yeah.
Actually, when we look at the general concept of waiting, waiting is the act of delaying one's action, that is delaying one thing for a particular period of time or event. You get now, delaying for a particular period of time or event. Now, when we talk about waiting on God, now waiting on God is when possibly you have been promised by God, this is what I will do, this is what I will do, but you don't even know when it will happen. You don't even know when God will do it. When we look at the scriptures, what God promises sometimes doesn't have time. You just say, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. Now, as a human, as somebody that believes in God, what should be our posture? What should we do? What will be our reaction to that? We don't know when He will do it. So, what we have to do is to wait. Wait is that period of expectation. You get it? Waiting on God is that period of expectation, expecting what God will do at a particular time or event. So that is basically waiting on God, expecting what He will do as a
So waiting on God is just being expectant. All right, thank you for that. My second question: some say that waiting on God is wasting time and it's just wasting of time. What can you say about that? Is it true?
It's not true. Waiting on God is not wasting time. I'm going to give us an illustration. I'm going to give you an illustration. For example, let's say a child of let's say 15, 16 years old go to his father and say, Father, I want to get married. The father will look at him or her and say, boy, girl, you will get married. I will sponsor your marriage. But wait, this is not the time. Do you get it? That is delaying what will be done to a particular time.
The child already had interest in it and was, things is going to happen at that time, but the father is like, wait, and
this is not the right time. This is not the right time. So that period of waiting is not wasting time. He might use it to do some other thing to get more, understanding about what called marriage, get more knowledge, and even get more matured
about the things you want to do.
Yes. So period of waiting, I can say, is a time of building also. So it's not time wasting.
Wow.
So it's time where we build and get more understanding also.
The waiting period, the period that you're being expectant, is not the time you just stay alone, or do things. You build yourself, you grow. I love that. Next thing on my list is, while waiting on God, should you be other plans? Should you have plan B?
Yeah, when we talk about waiting on God, okay, for example, like I said the other time, let me use that illustration again.
Okay.
While waiting to actually have your desire being fulfilled, you desire, okay, one time I'm going to start a family, but because your father is saying, get to this point before this could be fulfilled, and then you say, okay, because my father said, okay, I'll wait, but we have another plan, that is, let me just get a girlfriend and we start doing what couples do. That would be very wrong.
Yeah.
That would be very wrong.
The father might be disappointed and decide not to sponsor the marriage.
Yes, that's what we have, because you don't trust me. You get it? You don't trust me to do what I say I will do. Then therefore it will truncate that the father's original plan. They will say you should have your own plan, go ahead, and then that will be be disastrous. And when we come now to the spiritual aspect, when we talk about waiting on God, and then you are now having plan B, God will remove his original plan and then make you go ahead with your own. And then there's the scripture says there's a way that seemeth right unto man.
And I think there's a part in the book of Psalms that says, no, not Psalms, but in the Old Testament, one of the prophets, and they were saying that you will answer them according to the idols of their hearts. Wow. Yeah.
That's.
I would have want to ask that why waiting when there's no plan B, and you mentioned something about posture. Let me ask this one. Let me just leave that. Why waiting on God? What should be our posture, and what are we supposed to do? I mean, ask.
Okay, why waiting on God? What should be our posture?
Yeah.
Well, can you use myself as an example?
Absolutely.
Okay, there was a time, let's say when I, newly got saved,
okay,
and I was seeking the face of God, So I was seeking the face of God for the gift of the baptism of the Holy Spirit. So I prayed. I got to a point, I was praying, no evidence of the baptism of the Holy Spirit. But it was later I got to know what God was doing. Those times are times of waiting. I prayed for a long time, but eventually I got it. But now, I discovered something, that those periods of waiting, praying has built capacity in me. Do you understand? Has built capacity. I could pray. There are some things that have been deposited. Immediately I got baptism of the Holy Spirit. That same day, I started, just ministering to people. Immediately, people started getting baptism of the Holy Spirit. It was a surprise to me, because I believe that if I don't have the Holy Spirit, I can't minister to people. Immediately I got it, I started ministering from the pulpit. Immediately that same day, multitude people started getting baptized to God, people started getting healing. A lot of things started happening. Then I got to discover that it was during the process of waiting, because I keep on, trusting in Him, and I keep on having intimacy, and then I was building myself. So I see that a lot of things have been done. So your posture in the place of waiting is to keep on building. That is, keep on, for example, you are asking God for a particular thing, get more knowledge about that thing. You are asking God for the gift of healing. Get more knowledge about the gift of God of healing. Why? For what purpose? Those that have worked in it, how did they, build yourself. Did you get it? So your posture is number one. You keep on building. Keep on getting knowledge about that particular thing, and also you trust. You trust.
Yeah, I remember the other time. What I wanted to ask is, like, how some people, they want to trust, but they don't know how to. How should I trust in God?
Okay, they want to trust, but they don't know how to trust.
Of course.
Okay, how do you know when you ask your dad, I need my school fees, and dad said, it's not done yet, but I will pay. And then your mind comes, you are just at peace that your dad will pay. How do you trust in your dad that you will pay?
I don't know. How do you trust in your dad that you will pay your fees?
How do you trust in your dad?
Because you believed him. He has done it to you before. He has done that for you before.
That for you before. And he's capable.
Yeah.
That's actually he's capable. And another
if
thing
he does not have it, he's going to get it.
And another thing is, he loved you.
Yeah.
He can't just but do it for you. Basically, it is just love. Your dad love you.
Yeah.
So now the same thing when you trust in God. How to trust in God is because God loves you, and He will never want you to suffer. He will always want to do the best for you. So you first create this mindset in you that God loves me and He wants the best for me. Yeah. So whatsoever I ask Him that is the best for me, He will do. That's how to trust Him.
Trust in the Lord. So when you want to trust in the Lord, if you don't know how to trust in the Lord, just reflect on His faithfulness in time past. That is just all I can say from my side. If you want to trust God, reflect on His faithfulness in time past and see how He has stepped into your situation. Then just use the same equation for whatever you're trusting God for.
At the moment.
Yeah. So now my next question is, how long is too long to wait on God? I've heard several people say that God gave me this promise when I was 10 years, and I'm already 40, nothing has happened. Even in the case of Caleb, I think it was 40 years after when the Lord, it wasn't the Lord of Moses, I don't know, and he came back 40 years after and it was like, my strength is still. So, how long is too long to wait on the Lord?
Well, the duration of time to wait on God is until it actually fulfill. Now, how will I even say? There's a part of the scriptures that say, maybe the righteous should not keep silent until he make Jerusalem something on heart. You know, when you are waiting on God,
yeah.
Like I said the other time, like I divine waiting the other time, like delaying a particular, maybe something you want to do or something till a particular period of time or an event. But definitely you might not even know that time.
Yeah.
You get it?
Of
You might
course,
not
you won't know.
even know that time. So now, waiting on God is until you see it done. You don't stop waiting until you see it done. Because definitely the Lord will do it. Now, let's look at the case of Abraham, for example. God has promised Abraham the promised land.
Yeah.
Then promised him a son for years. After God promised, he still had to wait for like even 25 years before God could actually fulfill. And during those times, Abraham was not accusing God that you have promised me this thing for a very long time now. I'm not seeing anything. He kept on because he is faithful that promise. Who also will do it. The problem of humans or Christians is because we lose our faith in God because it's taking too long, and then we say, can God? We started doubting, can God really do this? Can God really do this?
But He will definitely.
But He will, because God's even timing is not ours.
It's never too late, not too early. It comes at the right time.
Your father that knows that it's not right for you to marry at that tender age, and then he knows you still get married.
Yeah.
The same thing, God knows that some things for you might not be right at this same time you want it. But now sometimes God might kind of prolong it for it to be a perfect and better timing. So ours is to trust Him no matter what. Do you get it now?
Yeah.
Ours is to trust Him no matter what. So no time is too long to trust in God. Keep on trusting until.
Alright. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you've learned something. It's not that I hope. I know that. I am very sure you've learned something. Waiting on God, trusting God, and He will definitely do it. Your posture, your position, why waiting on God really matters. It really, really matters. You build, you grow, and I pray that your waiting on God will not be, it can never be erased. It can never be erased. The Lord be able. So till I come across your way another time, I am Promise Adebayo and it remains
Elijah.
Alright. Thanks for watching. Bye.